Hello everyone, I'm BeakerTeck, also known as Keegan, and welcome back to the Golden Territories in the Cities Skylines, and welcome to the future Waterfront Mall. Yes, this time, unlike when I made Foothill Village, I have come up with the name first. It just occurred to me, and so I thought I'd put it in. You can see the district, and basically it explains exactly what it is that I'm going to be making. I'm going to be making a mall, and it's going to be on the waterfront. So basically it's going to be a lot of high density commercial. There'll be absolutely, oops, just broke that just a little bit. There'll be absolutely no residential in this section, and also no industrial, which I know is a bit of a problem. I have no industrial at the moment, but that's okay. At the moment, sort of, not enough educated workers. Okay, that's a problem. That's not the problem I'm looking at, though. The problem I'm looking at is the fact that there are nothing making goods for these shops to sell. But at the moment, they're shipping them in from out of town, so that's fine. I'm aware I could put an industrial section of Foothill Village on this side, Foothill Industrial, and I might do that in the future. But right now, we're going to work on Waterfront Mall, our commercial, uh, you know, our main commercial center for now. So the very first thing we're going to need to do is, I like the bridge. I do like the bridge, and I want to keep the bridge in, but I want to do it slightly differently. So I'm going to pull this back, but the very first thing we need is two interchanges, in fact, not just one, but two interchanges. So let's remind ourselves how big this district is. So it's at these double trees are here. So if I go to the roads and I look at my interchanges, what kind of fun things can I play with? Some of these are massive. I mean, truly, truly massive. And I also I mean, that thing is huge. I also only need a three-way interchange. By the way, if you're wondering which interchanges these are, they are all Timbo. Timbo has an amazing collection on Steam, and I think everyone should go and check it out because it's fantastic. So the district starts at these two trees here. So if I did this basically pulls it straight in. So I could put that down there, fix up these curves because I don't like how they look. So if I go ahead and fix these up, like turn on snapping, like that, and we'll come that way and flip it. That's not ideal. Let's go back to going from this way. Much nicer. Much nicer. See, 5 seconds and you can immensely improve everything. So the other thing is these are going to want to curve basically immediately, because I want them to run actually outside. No, we can go inside the district, but I am going to want to curve them and run them straight along the back here. So let's go ahead and get another interchange on this side. We could use the same one. I am aware of the fact I could use the same one. But I kind of don't want to. I kind of think something different could be... Holy crap. These just get bigger. I cannot wait to play with some of these, like, later down the track. I mean, look at that thing. Imagine that. Just... I don't even know where I could put this thing. Imagine that on the top of this hill, or, right in the middle of this plains here. Like, that would be amazing. Slope too steep. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. That is pretty steep. But just imagine right there. Bang. That looks so good. Anyway, back to Waterfront Mall. I'm getting distracted. that's a motorway rest area, which I do want some of in this map. Because, as I said, everything is spaced out quite a bit. So getting some, some rest stops would be nice. Could that work? Why do actually what I need to do is work out how this slopes along, and let's build this road first. Let's get the curve that I want, and then try and do a straight line and see how it works with the district. See, that's not quite parallel. These 1, 2, 3, 4 trees, actually, I must remember to turn off, but yeah, prop in tree anarchy, because I have a couple trees in my interchange, so I will do that. But as I was saying, these 1, 2, 3, 4 trees actually act as a pretty damn good guide. So if I line up on those 4, bang, that is pretty damn accurate. We do it probably a little bit better. Go ahead and go there to turn off prop and tree anarchy. There. How does that look? Better. Much better. So let's go ahead and take this all the way to here. Obviously, it's going to connect to this one. It just works. I would be a fool not to. Straight line. All the way down. Pretty damn near parallel that. If we turn off snapping, we could get it perfectly parallel. I like it. And then let's get our interchange and work out. See, if I could build outside this space, this would be fine. Is there a smaller one? Not really. That's actually bigger. There's the standard 3-way, which I could put there, but again, doesn't quite work. It actually, no, it does. It does. If I bring this road, get rid of all of this and all of that, take the standard 3-way, turn on road anarchy because it's complaining about slope being steep. Actually, let's go ahead and level this off then. This is probably something I should do anyway. So let's pick this height, size it up just a little bit, and like that. And in fact, I can get rid of... I'll leave this up on that level. That's fine. Now we can take our interchange. Put it, turn off road anarchy. Slope too steep. It's this back end here. Let's go ahead and just carve into the mountain a bit. We will tidy this up. Don't you worry. Have no fear. Have no fear. We will... What? Why are you too steep? And weird. Little confused. Turning on road anarchy to make it work. Because... Oh, it's probably this. Because that looks like shit. Let's... Well, they don't really need to go that high, I don't think. I really don't think they do. Can I go in small increments? I can't with this, can I? I can't. For some... I swear that was a thing, was that I could go in smaller increments. But that's... Maybe I'm going crazy. Please tell me in the description, in the comments, whether or not I'm going crazy. Or whether that was actually a thing. Let's turn on snapping to 180. 6 by 6 page down. 6 by 6 page down to the ground. Suddenly, it's a whole lot nicer. Rid of all of that, and we'll do the same thing here. We'll go 6 by 6 down. Oop. There. See, it's fine. I don't see the problem. That I see a problem with. So let's just go ahead and bring this out a little bit, and this out a little bit like so. Straight through. This is meant to be going the other way, so let's go ahead and flip, 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 and flip. This is all going the right way. So let's bring this in like so. This needs to merge around. This needs to merge. Not like that, actually. Let's go with the normal road. Turn off snapping so we can get to there. Then a straight line to about there. Curve it in. Lovely. And then from there, I think what I want is a little... Perhaps a little roundabout. Why is this still a bit naff? Let's... There we go. Flipped around. That works now. And you... This whole stretch of road needs to turn. This whole stretch of road needs to turn. And then we just need to go... like that. Sure, why not? We might fix it up. We might, or I might forget. Not sure. But we need to work out how we are going to deal with getting in. Which I guess really depends on what we're actually doing with the city itself, like the strip itself, you know? Because depending on what I do with that will change how we handle... Didn't like that. Will change how we handle the entrance in. So, let's work that out. Let's go ahead and get rid of all of the trees from in here so I can build without them. And at the same time, get rid of all the trees from inside of my roads. Lovely. Trees are now gone. So I have a nice open canvas to work with. And the most important thing is, what road am I going to use? I could use 4-lane with decorative trees. I could use 6-lane with decorative trees. Really, it depends how I want to do this. I think what I want to do is, if I can find it, there are these, not these parks, but there are some waterfront, like, walkway things. I think that's what yeah, they're actually called walkway. Yeah, these things. Walkways. A great promenade for beautiful night walks. Coastal pier for walks under the sky. And I think, so if I go ahead and I'll just place down, let's say, the 4-lane. Something like that. Go into here. Oh, see, that's actually a pier. That's the one I wanted. So if we have a look, you can see... Oh, they join up. Oh, that is perfect. Okay, so I haven't actually played with these, as you can probably tell. I'd seen them while doing some of the time-lapses of other sections and thought, I want to use these. They look cool. But yeah, oh, that's perfect. They all join up. Nice like so. And yeah, so that's going to be sort of our waterfront. And then we'll have, you know, actual beach access. Hopefully I have a stairs prop or something that I can add in here to give access down. Or maybe I can just take the path, put it down like that, and then go ahead and get another one of these. If I take two of them, path, and then like that. How's that? Yeah, I think that works. That's gonna be our plan. And you know what? We could just work with this, which means I don't actually need the trees on the road because I have these trees here. I don't need the ones on that. And I do like the idea of quite large roads. So I think the 6-lane with decorative grass is actually going to be perfect because it gives us a huge like traffic volume that can go through here, which there's going to be because this is going to be commercial and hopefully some tourist stuff as well. I want to get some, some of the, what are they called? The unique buildings out in here. So that's, that's the idea. Now I'm just going to get rid of these because I do want to make them a little bit shorter. They should just sort of just poke down just to there. And then the dirt one, I want to bring all the way across like that. It doesn't quite match the sand texture, but that's okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's going to have to do. So let's go put another one of these here. This is the other problem, is that sometimes they don't quite work. They don't work on curves, which is a bit of a shame, but I can do something to fix that. Hopefully, I'll find something to fill it in, okay? I'll find something. So we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, this thingy, 1, 2, path, 1, 2, get rid of this path and that thing and that section of the path, and we'll get the outwards pointy thing. The walkway, 1, 2, leave a gap because we need a path down there. 1, 2, and walkway. Means this actually is 1 too close. Now that I look at my pattern, let's place this down there and then the walkway. And then we go 1, 2. 1, 2, walkway, 1, 2, path, 1, 2, walkway, 1, 2, path, 1, 2, walkway. Go ahead and move you just a square closer, which does overlap them and doesn't, look quite perfect. In fact, that looks like arse. Just move that over a little bit. But it's better than a massive gap. So let's go ahead and get a path going down between here. Let's turn off snapping. Let's go there and there. We'll shorten that a little bit. We'll go there and there. Take this, go to there, there, down to there. Just gives these guys somewhere, somewhere to walk. Hopefully it'll mean people will actually walk all the way down to here and walk along the beach. We won't see them walking directly along the beach itself, but we will see them walking along these paths, hopefully, and hopefully out along here as well, which I think will look quite cool. Let's go ahead and do that. That's going to be our walkway. I will do some fixing up of that, probably in a time lapse, because I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. So I will have to take some time to think about it, and I'll be doing that off camera. Now, I know I said I wanted a single strip, but what I'm thinking is I want two of them with buildings back to back and sort of a plaza down the middle, because I have these high level tiles that I can place, and which unfortunately do not get rid of the grass, which is a little bit of a shame. But what I can do is if I place these, actually no, not these ones. We'll place dirt paths down, and then place these over the top, which is going to be an absolute nightmare to place. As you can see, it gives us this beautiful tiles that people are actually going to walk on because there are paths underneath. So I need to work out how wide I want my path, and I think it's going to be two of these wide. So if I want this 1, 2, 3, 4, and I want another 4 on this side, so that's 8 units of distance that I need. And I think I'm going to use 4-lane road with median to do it, or am I going to use basic road with turning lane? I could use this one. Pull off just here, and we just need to go in a straight line about that many. And then if I get my 6-lane and go, let's get the 6-lane running roughly. No, I want the gap at least to be even the whole way, which I understand is hard to do using curves, but we're gonna try. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And that actually to me looks like a pretty damn good gap. And how big is it? If I grab the path tool, it's about 1 block. But if I go just on the edge here, which does reduce my zoning to only be 3 blocks, I think that's fine. All the way down. And then we'll do the same on this side, just adding just enough that will clear the grass from underneath and allow them to walk, and makes it wide enough that I can use the that plaza tile stuff, that high level tiles down. So if we look down, we can see that there's no grass anywhere. There's actually a little bit, but if I go ahead and grab my 1x1 gravel and go along and clean it up. Let's see if I can. There's not going to be any fast way to do this. I was hoping that I was going to be able to hold down, forward and click, but I'm a fast clicker. I'm not that fast. That's okay. We can fill time. We can have a little bit of a chat while I do this. I'll just spam these down. We can have a little bit of a chat, about how I'm now done, and therefore don't need to chat about anything. Wonderful. But what I can do now is go into, where was it? Ground decals. And yeah, place 1, 2. Perfect. Look at that. Oh, that makes me happy. Don't worry, I'm not going to do all of these right now. I just want you to see how that works. And the way it works is amazingly. So let's go ahead and get some high density commercial. I almost said residential, but I didn't. Along here. So I want 3 squares the whole way. 3 deep. There's still 3? 3? Yeah, it's still 3. We're good. My mind started seeing 4. It went slightly crazy. This is all 3. We can do that. We can do that. And we can do that. And then that. And add these ones. I'm not going to do these small ones. What I might do is add a path along a normal path. Sorry, a concrete path, not a normal path. Along here. Bang. Which will tidy up my zoning for me and allows me to put in just that little bit more. Which is going to look really nice. So, if I let this build up, everyone's going to complain about power. So let's go ahead and run temporarily to here, to here, and then these will need, this will need road connections, but it will build before the road connections get there. And so I can see what it's going to look like. Now, unfortunately, they're not the high level that I want. But they'll do. There is, unfortunately, a height difference, which I had forgotten about. So I'm going to have to go ahead and get rid of every single one of these buildings that just zoned in. Gone. And hopefully I can level it off with everything here, otherwise I'm going to be a little disappointed. I might have to redo the road. In fact, I will have to redo the road. Which is a shame. Get rid of it because it was so perfectly placed. Get rid of that one, get rid of that one. Go back to the level tool and just bring the whole thing down. Like that. Lovely. Looking lovely. Get rid of you because you're ruining my terrain. And now we have a nice flat thing. The paths reshaped, which is fantastic news. Let's go ahead and put the road back in. Bring this in a straight line to here. Nope, that was wrong because it broke my zoning. What did I use? I used a basic road with turning lane. Is that really what I want to use? I don't think it is. I think I want a small 4-lane. Let's go ahead and get that in something like there. And in fact, no, let's move that over just a little bit. Let's get it there. And then put the path back in, the concrete one. Along there, which fixes up my zoning, which is good. So actually I need to put the big road in first. So let's get our 6-lane curve. And now that I have this path, I can basically put it as close as I need. I didn't quite get that right. Let's go ahead and try that again. Let's go to there, there, Oh, yes, that is practically perfect in every way. And to those of you that got that reference, very well done. Good on you. Good job. You. Do that. Do that. And then put these bloody paths back in. Like so. Come on. Snap. The way I want you to. That will do. Where am I going? I'm going here. I'm going to refill all of that. Now that's looking a lot flatter, which is nice. So let's go ahead and fix up the zoning down on this end. Concrete path here to here. Dirt path from here to here, and from here to here. I'm not going to fix this up yet. I will come back to it. It's fine. And on this side, I can actually do 4s. So I will. Go ahead and get the brush tool. It is 4 the whole way along. And that's all I'm really worried about, is making sure that it's uniform across the whole thing. I don't really care about how deep it is. I just want to make sure that it's the same. If it's 3, then it's 3 everywhere. If it's 4, then it's 4 everywhere. I am going to... How big is this path? Quite. Let's go ahead and get that zoning in. Get this zoning out. And then redo this path. Perfect. I will fix up some of that. But again, let's go ahead and let this play. Probably going to complain about power now. Yeah, it's complaining about... They're all complaining about power. But that's fine. Let's just watch this build up. Let's see what it looks like. Let's give them some water, because they're going to need it. And as always, I'm not being pretty with the water. I'm being functional. Fixes that issue, and that's enough buildings for me to deal with. That's perfect. So this side comes up right to it. This side does not. So what I might end up doing is going through with the 1 by 1 and cleaning up this side as well, so that when I place those piles down, I can do it to the whole width without any grass poking through. But I don't even think that that's really worth a time-lapse. I think that that's more worth a cut. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in. And when I come back, we're going to have all of these dirt patches filled in and all the tiles placed down as well. Welcome to the most tedious part of city building I have ever done. I did not... When I set out upon this task of paving this entire strip, I knew it was going to take a while. I knew it was going to be a long process, and that, you know, it was going to take its time, but I didn't expect it to take this long. In fact, this has taken so long that this is actually the next day. That part that you just finished watching, a second ago or whatever, was yesterday. I did... Let's see how much I did. I did this... Oops, wrong button. See this strip here? I did this strip yesterday. Just that. That's all I did. This stuff has been the last, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Just that. From there to there. 15 minutes. Whew! You wonder now why I decided to cut it from the episode and not even do it in a time lapse? Like, I don't think, yeah, this is not even time lapse worthy. And I know it's not perfect. Like, I started out trying to get it so perfect and line up every single corner and, get it looking all perfect. But to be honest, you actually can't tell. When I do it perfectly like this, I mean, you can see, everything's all lined up and square. It looks nice, but it looks just as fine when I just sort of place it in. Uh, at the moment, and I'll have to go over that one because there was some holes, but they seem to sort of merge together a little bit weird. Like sometimes they go under, sometimes they go over, and once you're looking at it like this, you can't actually tell where it's doing it. So to be honest, I don't think it's a problem. I think it's fine. So I'm gonna keep doing a little less perfect. I do have to be cautious of leaving gaps though. I can't have any brown gaps because you can see them. And I'm also not going all the way to the edges because I'm thinking I might put some trees down those edges or something. I don't know. I mean, I could go all the way along, and I might do once I've finished off this row and the center one as well, I might go through and clean up the edge. But we'll see. I mean, that I could just get the main section done and then move on, and then always come back later. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of options. But it will look really good once it's done. And once I have some street lights going, some little lights going down the middle. I think I've got... What do I have, actually? I have the big avenue lights somewhere. Not the airport light. What are you? Oh, see, there are some really pretty, like, split lights somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where they are, but I do have them. They are in here somewhere. I do have some cool looking lights. So, once I find them, we can put them in, and then I think everything will be looking nice. Taxiway, large avenue, medium. I mean, we could just put those down. I don't know. I think I want to find something fancier. Something fancier I think deserves to go down here. Now that I'm putting all this bloody work in to get it all paved and tiled and covered. And also, I think I need to find some way to force all of these buildings to be super high level. And I don't know if there's a way to do that. There must be a mod, right, that allows you to force level a building. And so I'll find that, and I'll force them all to like level 4 or 5, whatever the highest level is. Force them to that, and then they'll hopefully be tall skyscrapers. And I also want to put in a bunch of the custom buildings that I've got. Some of the unique buildings. And that guy's a little too big, but something like that. Huge, not that one. That would be nice. That's a little bit big. What is that? That's Gula's CN Tower. But that will fit in nicely there. Though they might actually end up being too big for this section, which could be a little bit awkward. But we could always put them on this side as well. Utilize the whole space. Fit in as much as I can, where I can, with some of these. And yes, I realize that I am distracting myself from the tiling by talking about these. And that was entirely the point. So, that's good. But what I can do now is resign myself back to finishing this. We're almost done. So I'm going to put another little cut in here. And when you're back, I'll be finished with this. And we can move on to some proper building. And we're done. We have all the paving done. There's a little bit of grass still in here, which is a little bit frustrating. But hopefully I can fix that up with my little concrete patch. Hopefully this goes under my paving. It does, which is nice. But these are the street lights that I really wanted. These sort of triple... what are they called? They're under... By the way, if you're looking, they're under the common section, and they're called a Thylia Promenade light. You also have the Avenue light. I did have a look at this retro street light, and I was thinking of putting one of these on either side, but I like having it down the middle. So, I don't know, I really like that look. I mean, just sort of traveling down through here, I think it looks really nice. So, that's what I went with. I think what I need now is to put a couple trees in. You know, is this space... See, this space isn't currently used, and I think I could do with a couple of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bulldoze a couple of these, the thinner buildings, which is going to give me a bit more access. I actually kind of want to keep that one. Sorry, come on, keep that, get rid of that one. Get rid of that. That's already gone, which is nice. Get rid of that. And then I kind of want to get rid of that building there and give myself a 3x3, which also means bulldoze that and something can build in there, which is nice. Though the rest of these, I guess, are 2x2, aren't they? So let's go ahead and give it a little bit more there. And that will allow, you know, gives me some space to play with, which I can... What I want to do is put these paths in again. Go ahead and use the dirt path so I don't have any what I'm looking for. Any lights? Any lights down the middle of it. So let's go ahead and do that. Next one, it's here. And this will just give, you know, people some more access points, which I think is something that they need. So yeah, that's the idea. We'll go ahead and put 2 in there, and then this can be rezoned. That, get rid of that, and what's... see, that's actually split zoning, so I want to get rid of that. That's also split zoning, which is a little bit interesting. But we'll put it there anyway, and put our path in there. So now I can go... I will eventually put all of this paving stuff over there, but for now I'm going to leave it. But what I do want, simply because I've had it completely had enough of it, what I do want are some trees. And I have to work out what kind of trees. I think simply the small tree with leaves, lining all of these paths. And remember, you know, there will be the tiles going all the way down. So this, I think, could look quite nice. Lining my little axis. And again, I need to come up with some way to upgrade all of these buildings, because at the moment they're looking a little bit lackluster. Like, I was hoping, you know, I'm picturing some massive skylines, you know, think Las Vegas Strip, you know, that kind of thing, massive tall buildings. Though looking through my unique buildings, a lot of them are quite deep as well as tall, and I have only allowed, you know, 4 deep here, which could prove difficult. Why have you not zoned? That would explain it. Sorry about bulldozing you then. Let's go ahead and just fill it in with a couple trees. Something like that. And this is the last little pathway that I have to... Sorry, that I have to tree, which... that. And then hopefully that'll build up in just a sec. Ah! I have forgotten to fix these values. There we go. Oops. So, that will make things build. Now at the moment there is no workers, and that's because no one can get here, which is fair enough. And I will have that problem for a while, because at the moment I only have this, which is not connected to the power. Why is that? Not that it matters, particularly. You're connected, and you're now connected. But yeah, at the moment I have, my population is 425, which is not many. So that will continue to be an issue with these. But after this, I do want to build sort of a slightly larger area. That should fix that problem. But next on the list for this area is some seats. So the other thing I think I want to try, how big is this? I kind of want to put this in between each of these and then fill it with some trees. So I kind of want to use these ones. I think these are really pretty, and they're a little big. By little big, I mean they're huge. So I'm not going to use them. I don't really have anything else that I could use. I've got these, but I've used that a lot. So I think I am going to go with the pink tree inside of the orange planta. And we have trees. And I think, it looks amazing. I think it really does. I think that looks great. Especially if I sort of go into the cinematic view. And if I just sort of pan across the screen here. Oop, a little fast, come on. And slowly. Ah, look at that. Doesn't it just look great with the tiles and the lamps and the trees? Really, really, really happy with how that's turned out. I do, however, have this problem where the terrain is a little bit squiffy, a little bit raised on one side, which means I can't place these guys down, which is a bit of a problem. So what I thought I would go ahead and do, as soon as it is roughly the middle, see, I was going to put some of the benches down, give people somewhere to sit in the middle. But I kind of want to do them the whole way. And even these, yeah, I mean, I don't know, I kind of want to do them the whole way along the edge. And from a distance, I kind of need them the whole way. It just doesn't work without them. It really just doesn't work. So, let's see if we can't get the terraforming tool to work. Let's pick this height. Just push this down just a little bit. Let's get the strength up, size up. Really try and push that ground down. I mean, you can definitely see there is a line there. I bring it up, maybe? That help? Try and get the line as far over as possible. What if we soften this terrain out? Oh, see, that's having the opposite effect to what I want. sure. Really not sure. Does look like I'm going to be able to now put some in over here. If I can find them again, where is it? All the way down here. There it is. Yeah, I'm going to be able to use... Giving me a couple more spaces that I can use. But has it... Oh! Actually, it's given me all of them. Perfect! Oh, that worked out really, really well. Very, very, very happy with that. Single, little bit lower strength, otherwise it sort of creates 4 or 5 of them at once, which is a little ridiculous. Let's go ahead and put 2 more trees in there, and there. And that's sort of the strip, that strip done. Now there is a little bit more detailing I want to do. I want to put some benches in there. I also want to put some rubbish bins I want in there. And also, I would like to put in some... Where is it? Yeah. No, somewhere in here I have, like, shopping... Yeah, these things, like fruit stands and... where is it? Where is it? I have little stalls. I'm not sure where they are. Not sure where they are. But there are definitely some little shop stalls and stuff that I think I want to put in somewhere along here. Good. Find them? Where are they? I've definitely got them. I just have to find them. Alright, speed limit, US interstate, container, public restroom, container. These are all containers and signs, I believe. Yes. Oh well. I mean, it's not end of the world. Popcorn cart, things like that. You know, popcorn and a helicopter is exactly what I want. And then some of these fruit stands and the like over here. Not you. You. A couple things like that, just detail it out. But I'm gonna save that for another time because what I really want to do is flesh out, I should say, this back line along here. Let's go ahead into our parks and see if I have any tall parks, like any nice tall buildings that also happen to be parks. I don't think I do. That's my baseball stadium. That's my sports stadiums. That's only 2 plazas. And then in here, I've got nothing tall. I have little things. Nothing tall. We could put a garage in somewhere, like a parking building. But I don't need it right now. It's not what I need. A sunken city plaza would have looked really cool in there. Actually, like if I could place that right in the middle, I think that could look quite cool. We could always put it on this side. If we found sort of the middle of this, we could do something like that, have them doubled up, because they fit in quite nicely. And then if we put on... You're quite massive. But, you know, put some big buildings on either side. You're a little too big. I want to turn off-road anarchy. Space already occupied. It is going to be a little difficult to find some buildings that are going to fit. I mean, I'll endeavor to do it, but it will be a little difficult. If I turn back on road anarchy, snack where I want you to, are you? Because of this bloody zoning. If I do that, and then move you along, along, that's the sort of size building I'm going for, right? That's what I want. I don't need these monuments just yet. That's not what I meant to go to. What about in here? Do I have anything? You down. That's you. Wow. You're quite a cool looking building. Where can I put you? You actually fit there without road anarchy, which is quite cool. I like that. I like that little building. What else do I have? I have to try and see them through this bloody uh, building thingy, which is wow. Okay, you're a little overkill. You though fit perfectly almost. Perfectly almost. That seems to be something I say a lot. Let's go ahead and put you in. Put you in down the end somewhere. Let's put you there. I think that works nicely. And go through, see what else we have. We have a club, a bit of a strip club, which I don't think we need. We have the transport tower, which again is massive. It's just so, they're not that tall, they're just really deep, really thick buildings, which is, what are you, the Fuji Center. You're not that big, which is a little annoying. What do you look like, though? I mean, you kind of fit in. We can have you on the end. Because the other thing is, the more buildings I have in here, the more, the higher level everything will become. I don't know why that wasn't going to fit before, but that looks great. I like that building. Really good. You're a bit big. You're massive. You're huge. These are all great buildings that I'd really like to get in here. They're all just a little too fat. I could put you in. I'm going to bulldoze a couple things. If I get rid of the buildings myself, what exactly is it going to bulldoze? Looks like it's going to bulldoze some of my... yeah, it was going to bulldoze some of these things, but if I turn on road anarchy, it does... I don't know, it's a little bit much. It's a little too far. Bit of a shame, because it would have looked really nice there. What else we have? You could go in there. How much would you jut in? Not too much, to be honest. That actually works. That's fine. I will accept that one. Hydro Quebec is huge. But I'd like to get it in somewhere. What about this one? The Renaissance Tower. Ah. You're not going to fit in anywhere. If I turn on Road Anarchy, you're just going to somehow... you just sort of clip into the hill, which, to be honest, isn't all that bad. I mean, fine. Looks fine. It looks nice real close up to there. I think that looks alright. What about the old Burj Al Arab? Burj Al Arab? Pinnacle of Luxury. Awesome looking building. Really cool looking building. Doesn't really fit anywhere. Could I put it there if I turn off-road anarchy? Cannot build on water. Well, that's a shame. What if I raise the water up? What are you going to say about that? That's what I thought. Nothing. And we could actually take the path here, connect it up, that, go out. There. Here. What I want to do is bring this out like so, and I kind of want to bring this down to the water. Oh, sorry, down to the beach, or down to there would work. And then it just sort of gives us a nice big path over to here, and I think that kind of works. Just sort of a jetty out over the water. Where were we? We were in here looking through these. Level 4 buildings. The Brown Rock building. Big. You're a bit big. No, you're going to be a bit big. You really clip. Too big. What about the Stuttgarter Fernsehturm? Or however the hell you say that. Building out of it. Nah, doesn't work. Doesn't work. Almost worked. Very, very close to working, but just not quite. We could always build here, sort of onto the beach. But I was hoping not to. Like, I kind of want to maintain this beach space. How about you? You could definitely go in there. You're a little small. I was hoping you'd be a bit bigger, like taller. You're a cool building. I like you, but you're just a bit big. Her. Everything's just a little. Obviously, we can save a lot of these for our, our big city. They don't all have to go in here. And clearly they're not all going to go in here because they're not all going to fit. Let's put you there. Wow, you're a tall building. You cannot go there because you're a bit too big. And I'm going to put you there. And hopefully that's going to raise everything else up to be a similar level. And if it doesn't, I'll find a mod that will. Now, how is this connected? This is using off ramps. Let's go ahead and do the same. So from here, we're going to go curve. Redo that. Go from here, there, there, there. And then tell it that it cannot connect through anywhere. That way that you can't pull a Yui, that's fine. And on this side, we can essentially do the same thing. Let's downgrade these to 2-lane highway. There are only 2 lanes, right? And then from there, will become a off-ramp. But first, let's grab the 6-lane grass, and we're just going to come out and just sort of a little bit further, just to give us a bit of a connection there, point to make our connection. And then we're going to go curve there, and curve there. Go off, come on, and then let's grab intersection tool. Not pull a Yui, which is nice. Lovely, so they have to merge down, but that's fine. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Now, obviously, there is some detail work to do, but what I am going to do is just fill in the rest of this area with some high-density commercial where I can. Some there, some there. You need to be back. You need to be back. Yeah, you need to be built up. And then the rest of that is fine. So let's go ahead and let that play. Pause. Bring the power into the city. At the moment, it's off. Doing that has caused just the tiniest little bit of flooding. So let's go ahead and there. You're connected, so that's fine. Play. And everything builds up nicely. Looking good. So I guess that there is sort of the waterfront mall. That is what I decided to call it. Yes, it is. There is still some detail work to be done, and obviously all of these need to level up still. But that's really it for this episode. All the detail work will be done in a separate one. So guys, if you liked it, hit that like button, and also don't forget to hit subscribe if you can't wait to see me build. What's next? I think next I'm going to build a slightly bigger city. Not the main city, but at least a larger one. We might... I don't know where we'll do it. This is all pretty rocky terrain. We might pick something... Might build something up here, I think could be kind of cool. We'll bring something along here, down here, over this and stuff. We can build something up here. So if you can't wait to see that big old city being built, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.